Ladies and gentlemen, gather close and open your hearts to a truth as old as time but as fresh as the dawn. There is a divine rhythm to wealth, a sacred dance that invites your money flow to surge, to cascade, and to bless your life with unshakable abundance. Today, I unveil to you the 7 divine laws, the sacred principles that, once embraced, ignite the unstoppable river of prosperity in your world. First, know this: your mind is the seedbed of your riches. What you expect, you will surely receive. Doubt is a barren soil, but expectation is fertile ground where miracles bloom. Plant your thoughts in the certainty of abundance. Feel it, believe it, and watch as the universe conspires in your favor. Next, remember the majestic law of giving and receiving. Like the ocean's tides, money flows in and out. Clench your fist in greed, and the stream dries up. But open your hands in generosity, and riches return tenfold. Your giving is the call to the universe that you are ready to receive its blessings. Now, hear this vital wisdom: resistance is your enemy. Fear and worry are shackles that bind your prosperity. Release the struggle. Let go of the need to control every penny and every outcome. When you surrender, the divine flows freely, bringing gifts beyond your imagining at exactly the right time. And in the stillness, listen. Listen to that quiet voice within. Your intuition is the golden thread leading you through the labyrinth of life's financial challenges. Trust those inner whispers. They are your sacred compass toward fortune and freedom. Lastly, wield the power of your words and visions. Speak wealth with conviction, see your goals as if already fulfilled, and you command the universe to respond. Affirmations and vivid imaginations are not idle dreams. They are divine commands that mold your reality. Friends, these laws are not mere theories but living truths, awaiting your embrace. Activate them, and watch as the flow of money becomes a joyous current, uplifting you, your loved ones, and the world around you. Step into the divine stream. Claim your birthright of abundance. Your time is now. Imagine for a moment that wealth is like a river, never stagnant, never selfish, always moving. When we try to dam that river, holding tightly to what we have, the water dries up, leaving us parched and yearning. But when we open our hands, releasing what we have with a spirit of generosity, the river flows freely, bringing more blessings back to us than we ever thought possible. This is the law of giving and receiving. The divine principle that teaches us abundance is not about hoarding or clinging, but about the sacred cycle of circulation. To truly activate your money flow, you must understand that generosity is not a sign of weakness or loss. It is the very key to unlocking the vault of prosperity. When you give, whether it's your time, your resources, or your kindness, you send out a powerful signal to the universe. I am open. I trust the abundance of life. This openness creates a magnetic field around you, drawing wealth and opportunity like moths to a flame. It is the law of energy. What you release comes back to you, often multiplied beyond your expectations. Think about nature for a moment. Trees drop their leaves not out of loss but to nourish the soil for new growth. The rivers overflow, feeding the lands and replenishing the earth. In the same way, your giving enriches the soil of your life. When you share your blessings, you create fertile ground for new abundance to grow. It might not come in the form you expect, but it will come, sometimes in surprising ways, often in greater measure than you imagined. This law asks you to let go of scarcity thinking, the belief that resources are limited and must be guarded fiercely. Scarcity breeds fear, tight fists, and a closed heart. But abundance blooms only in open palms and generous spirits. When you give freely, you affirm your trust in the endless supply of the universe. You declare, there is more than enough for everyone, including me. This mindset shift is transformational. It breaks the chains of lack and invites the flow of wealth. Generosity also transforms your relationship with money on a deeper, spiritual level. Money ceases to be a source of anxiety and becomes a tool for connection and contribution. Every dollar you give carries with it the energy of love, gratitude, and purpose. You are no longer just a receiver but a conduit, a channel through which abundance flows to bless others and return to you renewed. This sacred exchange elevates your financial life into a higher vibration where miracles happen. But generosity isn't only about giving large sums or grand gestures. It's the small acts of kindness, the daily choices to share what you have, your smile, your time, your encouragement, that keep the river of prosperity alive. Each act of giving feeds the invisible current of wealth and opens doors for money to enter your life in unexpected ways. So, embrace the law of giving and receiving with joy and confidence. Release the tight grip of fear and scarcity. Trust that when you give, you activate a divine cycle where your money flow is energized, replenished, and multiplied. Your open heart becomes the magnet for wealth, and the universe responds with boundless generosity. When you give, you are not losing. You are gaining the greatest treasure of all, the flow of abundance. There is a truth that many overlook on their journey to wealth, a secret so simple yet so profound that it can transform your entire financial reality. Resistance blocks the flow. When you fight, when you struggle, when you grasp tightly with worry and fear, you become a dam in the river of abundance. The universe, in all its infinite wisdom, cannot pour blessings into a vessel filled with tension and doubt. To receive the riches that are your divine right, you must learn to release, to surrender, and to allow. Resistance is born from the illusion that you must control every outcome, that you must force your way through barriers, that money will come only if you push harder and harder. But this is a misunderstanding of how the universe works. The flow of money, like a mighty river, cannot be commanded with clenched fists or angry demands. It flows naturally, effortlessly, when you stop blocking its path. The struggle is the sign that you are swimming upstream, fighting the current instead of flowing with it. Imagine a leaf on a stream, tossed and turned, carried effortlessly wherever the water takes it. This is the image of non-resistance. It is not about giving up or passivity. It is about alignment. It is about trusting that the divine intelligence of the universe knows the perfect time, the perfect place, and the perfect way for your abundance to arrive. When you release the need to control, when you stop resisting what is, you open a space within yourself for miracles to enter. Fear and worry are the greatest enemies of money flow. When you clutch your fears tightly, you create energetic blocks. Your thoughts become heavy chains, binding you to lack and limitation. But when you choose faith instead of fear, when you replace anxiety with calm assurance, you remove these barriers. You signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are worthy of wealth, and that you trust the process of life. Non-resistance is a daily practice. It asks you to watch your thoughts, to catch yourself when you begin to fret or doubt, and to gently steer your mind back to peace and trust. It means welcoming the unknown with open arms, knowing that uncertainty is often the gateway to opportunity. Instead of pushing back against challenges, lean into them with grace, knowing they are part of the divine plan to bring you greater abundance. This law also invites you to release old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. Resistance often takes the form of mental and emotional clutter, resentments, past failures, limiting stories you tell yourself. These weigh down your energetic field and close off the channels for money to flow. Cleanse your mind and spirit regularly, making room for fresh, vibrant energy that attracts wealth effortlessly. Remember, the universe is abundant beyond measure. It is always ready to pour forth blessings, but it waits for you to stop fighting and start flowing. When you embrace non-resistance, you become a magnet for prosperity. You no longer push and struggle. You receive and allow. The river of money flows around you, through you, lifting you higher and higher into the life of abundance you were meant to live. So take a deep breath, release your grip on fear, and surrender to the divine flow. Wealth is coming, effortlessly, naturally, and beautifully, because you have made space for it in your heart and soul. Within you lies a sacred compass, a quiet voice that speaks not in thunder but in whispers. This is your intuition, the divine intelligence that knows the path to your highest good, including the flow of money into your life. When it comes to financial success, the law of intuition is one of the most powerful forces you can harness. It is the inner guide that leads you away from scarcity, confusion, and fear, and towards opportunity, clarity, and prosperity. The moment you learn to listen, truly listen, to that still small voice, your money flow begins to shift in miraculous ways. Intuition is not the loud, logical reasoning that your mind often tries to impose. It is the gentle knowing that arises beyond thought. It is that sudden insight, that feeling in your gut, that quiet certainty that something is right or wrong. Many ignore this inner guidance because it requires trust, patience, and courage. But those who honor it find themselves led to doors they never dreamed would open, to investments that flourish, to career shifts that bring wealth beyond their expectations. The first step to activating this divine law is cultivating silence and stillness. In the hustle of daily life, the noise of worry, doubt, and busyness drowns out your intuition. But when you pause, breathe, and quiet your mind, you create a sacred space where your inner wisdom can be heard. Meditation, mindful moments, or even a simple walk in nature can awaken this deep knowing. It is in these moments of stillness that the universe speaks, guiding you toward your financial breakthroughs. Listening to intuition also means trusting it even when it defies logic. Sometimes your heart nudges you to take a leap, to invest in an unexpected opportunity, or to say no when everyone else says yes. This is the divine guidance steering you away from traps and toward blessings. When you act on intuition, you step into alignment with the flow of abundance. You move not by force or frantic effort but by inspired action, a rhythm that feels effortless and joyful. Intuition also protects you from the traps of fear and scarcity thinking. When you rely solely on external advice or rigid plans, you can become stuck or misled. But your inner guide always knows the truth about what is best for you. It sees beyond immediate circumstances and senses the deeper currents of energy and timing. By tuning in to this sacred voice, you avoid pitfalls and seize opportunities that others might miss. Moreover, intuition deepens your relationship with money on a spiritual level. It transforms financial decisions from cold calculations into acts of faith and creativity. Your financial path becomes a dance with divine guidance, where every step is purposeful and infused with meaning. This elevates your money flow from a mere transaction into a sacred exchange with the universe. To live by the law of intuition, you must cultivate courage and humility. Courage to trust what you cannot always explain. Humility to know that the universe's wisdom is greater than your own. As you develop this trust, you find that your financial life begins to expand in ways you never imagined. Doors open, resources appear, and money flows as naturally as breathing. Listen closely to that inner voice. It is your most powerful ally on the road to abundance. Follow its guidance with faith, and you will step into a life where wealth is not just a dream but a living, breathing reality. Words are not merely sounds. They are powerful spells that shape the very fabric of your reality. When you speak with conviction, when you declare your desires boldly and with faith, you send ripples through the universe that begin to manifest your dreams. The law of affirmation and visualization is the magical key that unlocks the treasure chest of abundance. It teaches us that by affirming wealth and success, and by vividly imagining our goals as already achieved, we become the architects of our financial destiny. Imagine your mind as a fertile garden. Every word you speak is a seed planted in that soil. If you speak of lack, limitation, or fear, those seeds will grow into weeds that choke your prosperity. But if you plant seeds of abundance, prosperity, and success, those words blossom into magnificent trees of wealth that bear fruit beyond your expectations. Affirmations are not empty phrases. They are declarations of your faith in the infinite possibilities the universe holds for you. Visualization, the companion to affirmation, is equally vital. Seeing your financial goals as already realized is like drawing a blueprint for the universe to follow. When you close your eyes and picture yourself living in abundance, feeling the joy, hearing the sounds, even smelling the richness of that reality, you send a clear, energetic command to the cosmos. This vivid mental picture imprints on your subconscious mind and activates creative forces that move mountains to bring your vision into form. This law works because the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you repeatedly affirm your wealth and immerse yourself in the feeling of having it now, you reprogram your mind to accept abundance as your natural state. Doubt, fear, and limitation lose their grip, replaced by unwavering belief and expectancy. This transformation is the cornerstone of all financial miracles. You must understand that affirmation and visualization are acts of creation, not wishful thinking. They require consistency and emotional involvement. Simply repeating words without feeling them does little. But when you speak your affirmations with passion, when you immerse yourself fully in your visualizations, you charge your intentions with energy so powerful that the universe cannot help but respond. This is the law in action. Your spoken words and vivid images becoming a magnetic force that pulls wealth into your life. Many successful people, knowingly or unknowingly, live by this principle. They see their success in the mind's eye long before it materializes in the physical world. They speak their goals into existence, filling their days with affirmations that reinforce their path. You too can harness this power, becoming a master of your own fate. Affirmation and visualization also build your confidence and courage. When you see yourself as wealthy and successful, you begin to act in alignment with that vision. Your choices, your habits, and your energy shift to match the abundance you affirm. This creates a feedback loop where your internal beliefs and external reality dance together in perfect harmony. So speak boldly, see clearly, and feel deeply the wealth that is already yours. Let your words be the drumbeat that calls your fortune forward. Let your visions be the map that guides your steps. In this sacred dance of affirmation and visualization, you are the creator, and abundance is your masterpiece waiting to be born.